What is going on in America? Tell you what, the America I grew up in, I can't even recognize what it is today. And I think many people, no matter if you're Republican, Democrat, independent, whatever walk of life you come from, you cannot recognize America right now. We are so divided. The freaking Olympics. The Olympics, number one, saw a huge decline in views. And two, we could not even unite around the Olympics, around backing up our country. And the Olympics, I remember when we watched the Olympics, we all rooted for America. The talent and gifting that Americans and these athletes could produce from America. This year, no one cared. Politics and already politics already in our professional sports. That's already got declined. That no one's watching basketball anymore. No one's watching football anymore. No one's there's already a decline there because of the stupid political stance in that. And that was what united us together in essence, right? Sports. Oh, you like the Cowboys, or you like the Raiders, or you like whatever. That's what brought us together. Um, you know, Separating the differences of politics, we were able to come together with sports. But not even. Then it's corporate identity. Oh, I'm not gonna wear Nike. Or I'm not gonna wear Reebok. Or I'm not gonna. Now then it's corporate. So then you think, okay, well hopefully the Olympics, right? The Olympics is stands for just backing up your country. You're proud to be whatever you are, representing your country. Nope. Still divided. Still political mess. Still bunch of BS, right? And it's just sad to see. And now here we are with Afghanistan. Yet again. Divided. Fighting each other. Arguing with each other. Can't agree with anything. And I don't think people are arguing, should we leave that country? We've been there for 21 years. I don't think no one's arguing that. Yes, agree. But what we're arguing is the way it's being done. But this video is not even about that. Okay? Let's not argue about that for just a second. I might go back on it. This might be a ramble, I don't know. But people are obviously dying right now for the pandemic, right? That's a real thing. People are dying, right? And I won't even talk about that because that's a whole nother topic. But let's just talk about and isolate, right, what's going on with Afghanistan. 12 Marines, 13 maybe, just died. Just ISIS came, blew them up, whatever. Taliban, ISIS, I was saying this to another person, they're both bad. They're terrorists. The people of Afghanistan are in fear of their life, literally, because now this new regime is trying to come in. Okay? Fear for their life. You see the situation. You see the videos out there. And yet we're like, who cares? We need to get out. One way or the other. Who cares if the Americans are stranded there? Who cares about the people and our allies that we fought to help create some kind of sustainability there in that country? Who cares that we had lost, I think, 3,000 plus, probably more, Marines, Army men, Air Force, military men to try to make sure they have a fighting chance to have a country where there's some kind of freedom. Who cares about that? The fact of the matter is we don't have any, when I say we, America, leadership, the people that Americans put in office, what's happened is they got caught with their pants down. And now all hell's breaking loose over there. And the Taliban says, oh my gosh, we won. We got it back. So they just waited 20 years. I read history. I know religious wars, you'll never win religious wars. And to the Taliban, to the ISIS people, it's a religious war, right? You may kill them right now, but they have kids, and their kids are going to grow up to believe their religion, and they're going to continue to kill, because that's what the religion does, right? And so you'll never win a religious war. It's not like, Vietnam. It's not like, the, Cold War. It's not like, all these wars of the past. And why we fought those wars, that's not the argument, but those are done. It won. Whoever won, there's no winners, whatever, it's done. But with religious wars, specifically with radical terrorist groups, you will never win. So how I think, and I'm not a general, I haven't been to war, I haven't, I don't pretend to know, but my understanding is you try to keep it at bay, right? You keep it to where there's smaller, manageable things, right? Manageable, and you break them up, right? So Taliban they didn't die. They still existed in the past 21 years. The difference is, they didn't have money to fund anything significant. They didn't have positional resources to really fight, right? And so there were just little cell groups everywhere. Could we spread them out? And they couldn't really unite together to do any really significant harm. Our brothers and sisters, when I say significant, and the harm was, we lost soldiers. That's harm. I mean, to the person who lost their family, the person who lost their brother or their sister or their father, that's not significant. So don't hear that what I'm saying. What I'm saying is less casualty happens, I think, when you try to keep the enemy at bay and scattered and divided. Okay? And so my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, I may be wrong, right? You give them now position, a united country now. Well, not united, but them taking, over, right? Then you get them $85 billion worth of high power, sophisticated weaponry. So you got a terrorist group that was not funded, that could not really do any damage. Now we give them a united stance, weapons. What do you think they're going to do with it? You think, it's just for the protection of our country, as they're chanting death to America as they're taking over? Death to America. Oh, that's not our problem. It hurts my brain to think it's not our problem, but yet the country we're leaving and the new regime that's coming in, taking over and throwing over the current government, is chanting death to America, but it's not our problem? I don't know. Educate me, please. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might be ignorant. Daniel, you don't know about war, bruh. You never fought. You didn't join the military. Yeah, my dad served, but you didn't fight in wars. So just shut up, bro. You don't have an opinion here. Okay, I might be wrong, right? But to me, it seems like it's a bit foolish to do what we're doing in the way that we're doing it. So that's one thing. Then you got the side of people dying that were targeted, right? And it's sad that we're trying to negotiate with a terrorist group, right? It's like saying Crips, right? But then in the sector of Crips, you got different East Coast Crips, West Coast Crips, Folk Crips, Hoover Crips. It's like one's a Hoover Crip and one's a Folk Crip. They're both Crips. And there's no difference in that, right? But then we're trying to say, well, the Taliban and ISIS are different. No. They're both terrorists. So what do you think's going to happen, right? In fact, in the radical Muslim, and it's not attack Muslim, but in the radical Muslim, is that they teach you how to be friends with you and act like we're complying for the ultimate goal. So they'll lie to you. That's why you can't, this is not all Muslims. Most Muslims are peaceful, so don't hear that. Like, think about it. It's a small percentage. Like Christianity, I'm a Christian. Like, there's Christians that are radical and crazy and far right, and right. And so, it's in every country, tribe, religion. There's crazy people in every, demographics. But they're taught and they think they're doing righteous things by lying and pretending that they're complying and they're friends. That's why you can't negotiate with terrorists, the radical, because there is no logic, there is no reasoning, they have a mission and they're going to accomplish it no matter what. And so the fact that we're saying, oh, it's the ISIS that bombed the people in Afghanistan trying to get out, bruh, it's the same freaking Kool-Aid. They're drinking from the same stuff. The Taliban's not more sophisticated than the ISIS. It's all the same thing. Now we just fuel them with more power. We fuel them with more strength. And now they're not divided. So you really think that us leaving that country, that it's not going to come here? That they're not going to try to figure out now that they got a better position and now weapons that we left behind? Do you not think that it's not going to come here? We have to be fools to believe, let us mind our own business. That's their war. Bruh, it's our war. Unfortunately, there's evil in this world, and it's our war. And sometimes you got to keep things at bay. You gotta keep enough troops. Unfortunately, and God bless them. Thank you. I am proud American. I am a patriot. I thank the men and children men and women that lost their lives, and children. I mean, back in the Vietnam War, there were children going to war, dying. I thank you for your life, and I know it is an honorable cause to say, sign me up. I want to protect this nation. So I don't take that lightly. Oh, it's easy for you to send these troops over there. It's not your war. You're not fighting. I get that part, right? But if we had to, then sign me up. That's the whole reason why I had a concealed license in Texas. I was a sheepdog, right? If you didn't want to carry a gun, I'll carry my gun. And if something happens, I'll risk my life to protect you, right? I may not be in the military, but my heart is to protect. And so I can protect my kids, and I'm going to protect you, right? And so the whole reason why I did self-defense training for 15 years. So I did that training so that I could protect, obviously, myself, my family, and people around me. Last year, I had to save a girl from potentially getting beat up from a dude. I had to choke him out, right? And so I get that. I'm not saying that flippantly, to just send troops over there to potentially die. Like, I'm not saying that, right? There's order, there's structure, everyone has a part. But what I am saying is, if we don't have any presence there now that the Taliban is there, what do you think is going to happen? Okay? And so I don't know what the answer is. That's not my world, right? But me as a resident of the or a citizen of America, I'm concerned. I'm really concerned. And so now it's different if the Afghans kept rule and they maintained rule and they were empowered with their ability to stabilize and keep them at bay. But we haven't even made it out yet, 100%. And the Taliban says, "Here's our chance. Let's go." And what do? We do this. Nothing to see here. We're gonna keep going on our mission. It's when I listened to that military guy talk a press conference or the from the Pentagon, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, we lost 12 people, so what? The mission keeps going on. We're getting out of there. I think this changes a little bit. I think this should change the plan just a little bit. I don't know. Might be. The mission might change a little bit. $85 million worth of military equipment. You just got bombed. 12 people just got killed. Not to say how many people killed from the Afghans. I saw the video. My heart just sunk from the people that were dead right there next to the airport. You can research it, watch the video. Like, that was just the soldiers. Then you got the Afghan people that trusted America in our ability to help them out and come beside them, and we just left them to die. Sorry, we're done here. We solved our problem. There should have been a better way. A better way. So, putting political things aside, let's talk about me now as a Christian man. Okay? Then today, and this is why I'm doing this video, I'm kind of pissed off. Grieving as well, like I said in the beginning of this video. Then I get news that I'm just going to read it to you because it's crazy to me. This is what's happening. We received news that the underground church in Kabul, Afghanistan, has been martyred. Our friends have been in contact and met together last night in deep prayer. The last words she spoke was, "We feel your prayers because this supernatural boldness came over us, and we were singing in the spirit. Even the kids said, 'Mom, we will not deny Jesus.'" As they were on the phone, they heard screaming and gunshots. God is so powerful. They went to be with Creator, filled with joy. We will be fasting tomorrow for the churches. So, man, as a Christian man in America, that is my fight. That is my responsibility to care about that. And it should be America's. America was founded on Christian principles. And sure, America had its blood in its hands over the years. I know America was not perfect, and I know America had tons of issues. But we have been reforming, trying to make all men were created equal and to live by the law of what was shared to Moses. That's how America, a Christian nation. And now our Christian brother and sisters are dying by these terrorist groups, and we're just going to turn our back and say, oh well. The reason why America continues to be in these wars, I'm a conspiracy theorist guy, as far as like, it's entertaining to listen to all these things. And some of these wars back in the day, why we went in, and the real reason why, and whatever. I'm not talking about conspiracy theories, right? I'm talking about right now, why should we be in Afghanistan? Well, the mission just changed. We just allowed a terrorist group to take control, and they're murdering people. And they're murdering not only Christians, but they're murdering all kinds of people because they don't convert into Islam or Muslim the way they want it. That's inhumane. That's now we should be a sheepdog to protect people that cannot protect themselves. In America, being a Christian nation, the founders, up until probably this point, don't even know if we're that anymore. That should be our business. I just read the Taliban just went and murdered women, children, men, worshiping because they have a difference in belief in religion. But we're just going to turn our back and say it's not our fight. No, it's our fight. It's our fight. And I'm not saying, return evil with evil. I'm not saying let's blast all of them and get rid of them. But we sure as heck should keep them from running a government. That'd probably be a good idea. Now, how we get there diplomatically, I don't know. I don't get paid to do that. And so I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated with our leaders. I'm frustrated that this is happening. I'm frustrated that America is so divided. I'm frustrated that friends are no longer friends because vaccine, no vaccine. I'm frustrated because you voted for that person. We're no longer friends. It's just crazy that we're living in such a time as this. But you know what? I have hope. I have hope. Because I am first a citizen of heaven. I am first a child of God. And I know that we win at the end. And this might be the final stages. And it's not, maybe not our generation or our kids' generation, but maybe their generation. The kids, their kids. But it's not looking good, guys. It is not looking good. And Christians, all of you Christians that are listening to this, more than ever, we need to band together in unity, separating our differences and unifying in love and displaying love and supporting our brothers and sisters right now that are getting martyred because they want to worship our King Jesus. Devastating. If you're not Christian, man, let's get back to a united people. At least that we can get rid of our differences and come together with what we do agree on. It's just sad. It's sad. And that's why I posted that upside down flag on my social media. Because I really do feel like America is in distress. And I disagree with current government protocols and decisions. I mean, if you can't look at the economy right now, there was peace, now there's no peace. Like everything that's going on right now in America, and you tell me that you're proud of the person that's running it right now? Wow. And it's not about the person that was there and your disagreement of that person. I'm just saying things were a lot better than what they are now. And if you're denying that, then maybe you like what's going on, the chaos, the division, the disrupted peace. Maybe you're happy with that, but I doubt it. So this is a rant, but somebody's got to talk. Somebody's got to speak up. And in the solution, you want the solution? The solution is Christ. The solution is unity in that. The solution is sharing love with one another. The solution is serving each other. That's the solution. The solution in Afghanistan now, that's up to the military, up to the Pentagon, up to them. But right now, sure, as me looking, not knowing all the details, not trying to be that guy, that makes fun of the quarterback and I'm on the sideline pretending like I could play football at that level and getting mad at them. I don't want to be that guy. No, I don't want to be that guy. So maybe there might be things I don't know that's going on. But when I turn to other guys who fought in the war, when I turn to other guys who do know, who see what's going on, and they're saying the same thing I'm feeling and I'm seeing, maybe I'm not so far off after all of my disproof of what the current administration is doing. So please pray for our nation. Love one another. Stop attacking each other on Facebook, social media. It's not worth relationships being sabotaged. It's really not. Because I think deep down in our hearts, for everyone who wants to do good, we can all agree on so much more. And stop allowing the media to continue to divide us and build hatred towards each other. We need to stop. Love you. Pray for our brothers and sisters in Christ being killed. Pray for our troops out there trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Pray for the Afghanistan people and our American people that are stranded trying to get out of that country that is now in chaos. Aloha.